Okay, Lukey, can I film now? What? Yeah, like now while we're recording, am I allowed to film? Cool, thanks so much. Because we are in the 3rd generation Mercedes-Benz V-Class. It's had an update, Lukey. And it's super luxurious, right? What is it? It's a V-Class. Because that's its name. But anyways, I have been a big fan of the V-Class for years. I think most people are. There is no more luxurious people mover than this. This is like, if you get into this and you're staying at a hotel and they fetch you this, then oh my gosh, you know that you're staying at a fancy pants hotel. You've spent money on that room. That is for sure. Because if they come and fetch you in something else, you're like, yeah, they're cutting corners, you know? But interestingly, I thought that this was like big on like hotel shuttles and more of like a commercial vehicle. But turns out that these are actually mostly sold to private homes. And who? I'm talking to the camera. Okay. But we've just done like a really awesome road trip up the garden route. And this car is an effortless road cruiser. I just think about when I was younger and I used to come up in a combi. Things have changed somewhat. Although, to be fair, this is around 2.27 million rand, okay? But different to what we spent on cars back in the day. Or I don't even think there was a car for that amount. It definitely wasn't. But this is all about luxury. It's like the epitome of luxurious cruising and people moving. If you're going to be in a van, you could get yourself a Caravel for like 700,000 rand, less than that. But it's not going to be this. And I quite love a Caravel. I mean, I love a Kia Carnival. You can get that for like 1.1 million rand. But none of them are as luxurious as this. Okay, so obviously I want to know how much it would be to insure such a luxurious thing. So I put my details into hippo.co.za and out came the best deal for me, which was 1,730 rand per month with an excess of like 9.5. That was the cheapest one. I mean, you've got to expect to pay a bit more for insurance on a car like this, obviously. But what I also wanted to check out, because they've got these monochrome, I think they're called monoblock actually, mags, and they are like quite lovely and very easy to nick. So I wanted to go onto like the tire and rim thing on hippo.co.za. Again, I put my details in, put this car's details in to see what kind of quotes I could get. And a bunch came up, but for like 183 rand or something a month, you can get those covered. So if anything happens, you just get them sorted. Because my goodness, you don't want these, you don't want to nick these. So in standard configuration, it seats 6 people plus the driver. And of course, it's got that like table in the middle here that you can turn the seats around. You can have it like as a lounge setup. Not always my vibe. We've had, you'll see, because I did film while we were driving up, we had Lukey there in the back, hubby in the passenger seat. We had to bring help with us, our amazing, wonderful nanny Helen, because we came up for a wedding and Lukey wasn't invited to the wedding, you know, kids. And we had Archie right at the back. And then we had all the space in the boot because it's got a very smart dividing parcel shelf. Okay, it's like a shelf. And it makes packing so much easier in this car because you can't like now try and balance everything that high and that kind of boot setup. And so it made things really simple and really easy. There's like so much space in this car. Everybody was comfortable. You don't feel like you're on top of each other. It just really is the top, okay? Now, if you want added luxury, because of course, you know, there isn't enough, you can get the luxury seats, which are like heated and massaging and whatever in the back here. But those come at 95,000 rand a pop, okay, per seat. That's 95. That's a lot. And I don't think it's necessary, but that's on you. But what I love is that is pretty much the only optional extra you're going to pay for. Otherwise, this car genuinely comes with everything. There's heated and cooled seats up here, but it's got keyless start, panoramic sunroof, like an array of safety features. There's nothing on this car. It's got ambient lighting with like 64 colors, and I love my little ambient lighting. It's always like a fun little party trick. The only thing, it's even got an electric tailgate. But the one thing that sort of boggles my mind a little bit. And I'm sure there's a reason, and I just haven't gotten to ask Merc yet why. And I'm certain it will be on like the next generation or the whatever's updated models. But there's no keyless entry. And that I find very odd. It blows my mind because I realize I'm walking away from this car. I think I've hardly locked it since I've had it because I'm just assuming it's going to lock. And when I walk up to it, it's open. So I'm assuming that it just unlocked. Meanwhile, I just hadn't locked it the whole time. So that's something to bear in mind if you do get yourself one of these. It doesn't lock itself. There's one sort of trait with vans, and it's that they're generally very creaky and move a lot. That's just because of the architecture. I mean, you can't help that until now. This is probably the quietest van I've ever been in. No, I don't have that like leather moving on leather and a creak and a rattle and a... It's done so well. So the ride comfort, like I say, is amazing. And it's got this agility control system, which introduces intuitive adaptive damping. And this means that it manages this 2.5 ton beast with ease, in fact. It means as well that it obviously adapts to various different road conditions. And so it keeps this ride so smooth, so comfortable. It is an effortless, I think I mentioned this, an effortless cruiser. I'm on the highway now, I'm on the N2. Are you kidding me? So it's got the very respected 2-litre turbo diesel. You get 178 kilowatts per hour, 500 newton meters of torque. I think the numbers are great. I feel like there's no more performance needed, to be fair. And the 9-speed auto directs the power to the rear wheels. And I keep harping on about this, but it is just a lovely cruising car. But I've had it around town as well, and it's really easy to maneuver. I know it's very long, it's big, whatever, but it's got like all the noticeable and the sort of safety features and ping pongs that you need in order not to hit anything. Although there is one thing, and I have changed it on here. So like there's a collision warning and it brakes. It's like an emergency brake situation. And as much as it is helpful, and I do want it on, it can be very jarring. So there was nothing behind me, but the car thought there was something behind me, and so it braked, and the whole family went like almost flying through the windscreen and had a heart attack. So that was a lot. But I have managed to turn it down to like to make it last minute, or you can make it medium or whatever. So you can sort of change everything up that you want to. Another very notable thing is the size of this car, the fuel consumption you'd expect, to be quite high as well. I've managed mostly around here between 9.4 and 9.5 liters per 100 Ks. You can get it even lower on the highway, which again, so I've filled this up in Cape Town. We've come up the garden route. We've been here for a week. We've driven everywhere. We've done so much, and I still haven't had to fill up again. That is what you want from a family car that you're going to road trip in, for sure. So it's sort of a tough call to make when you tell people the price. They're like, oh my goodness, but there is nothing else like the V-Class. You've got the new Vito Select that has come out. That's much cheaper. It's not in the same league of luxury as this is. This is exclusive. It's right at the top. It doesn't even have rivals because there isn't anything like it. You can go for the same sort of car from a versatile and practical point of view, but you're not going to get it in terms of luxury and that premium feel with that Mercedes-Benz badge. It just really has everything that you want from a very exclusive, very VIP people mover. I feel very VIP. Luki, do you feel VIP? Yes. Do you even know what VIP means? It means very important person. Okay, he seems keen. But yeah, I don't really want to give this back. I'm quite happy to keep it. Hint, hint, Mercedes-Benz vans. I feel like they can give me one. Why are you judging me? I feel like I'm getting judgy eyes.